everybody. What you doing? This is Weave Your Destiny. Thanks everybody for coming out and watching this. Today's video, as you can see by the title, if you are an Aries, this video is for you. I'm letting you guys know now. Let me get a drink of water. Shout out to all the Aries out there. I'm not an Aries. I'm a Gemini Cancer cusp. But I do like Aries. They're really cool people. Very engaging, very communicative, very headstrong type of individuals. A little quick to get angry, but don't fuck with them. Anyways, today's we're going to be doing something a little bit different. It's actually something that I have from my book. It's called The Compass Rose. Today we're going to be talking about love, like self-love, like romantic love, friendship love, family love, all that type of stuff, right? And we're going to be kind of like pointing like where you're at in your life and like where you're trying to go and where you want to go. This is not me like predicting the future. This is not what tarot is. Anybody that tells you, um, I think anybody that tells you that they're trying to predict your future is lying. Like 100%, they're lying to you. This is not what this is. Tarot is more about like peering into your inner soul and figuring out like what thought process that you have that may end up manifesting into your reality, and either how we can change them or how we can like encourage them. That's what I believe tarot is about. People may have different interpretations, but I don't feel like in no way, shape, or form that is me predicting your future. But anyways, let's get started. Again, this is Weave Your Destiny. Thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. Boom. So we have the Lovers. That's amazing. So off the rip, we have the Lovers card. And the Lovers card is essentially, oh, I want to make sure I'm showing the Compass Rose for you guys. Let me see if I can just angle this down just a little bit. Okay, there we go. I know my poofiness is no longer visible, but that is fine. That's totally cool. It's totally cool. So we have the Lovers, and so that is where you're here right now. Um, Sort of like the initiating spirit, it's the ether, the center. I feel like you right now are wanting a romantic relationship with someone right now. Like you're very much either in love with this person and they don't know it, or you may just have a crush on them, or you may have some type of feelings for them that's like outside of how you may feel about other people, right? It's like it's almost outside of yourself how strong this feeling is that you have for this person. The Lovers just kind of ask you to just just be honest, be vulnerable. Like if you have a crush on this person, like let them know. Like you have no idea where it's gonna go. You get what I'm saying? Like don't think about what could happen as far as like negatively. Don't think about what could happen as far as positively. Just kind of be open in the moment. Feel free to experience this. Allow yourself to experience this without any worry or self-doubt. That's essentially what the Lovers is asking. And it's also saying like, look, if you are in a relationship, understand that like it's not a straight line. It has its ups and downs. It has its ebbs and flows. And you got to be healthy and you have to be mature and you have to get through this relationship, right? Get through the problems, like things like that, so that you can maintain this relationship that you're in, especially if you want to continue being in this relationship. If you don't want to continue being in a relationship, also be honest and let that partner know, I don't want to do that. But if you do want to continue this relationship, just realize like you got to put in some work. There's not always going to be good times, but there's not always going to be bad times either. So that is what the Lovers is trying to tell you today. So I want to make sure this placement is right. I haven't done this too many times. I've done this in like actual sessions, like off camera, um, but I've never done this like on video. So I do want to make sure that I get it right. It's really cool because it's like, you have your east, you have your south, you have your west, and you have your north, and then you have your needle, so to speak. And like also understand that it could point you in any of these directions. We don't know. This is just your potential. That's why I was saying these don't predict your future. This is just like potential. Like this, any of these could potentially be happening, right? At any given moment. Um, it's an extensive range of possibilities that could happen based off of like where you may go with these or where you feel more aligned. So if you feel more aligned with the east, then that's more than likely where you're going to go, right? But if you don't feel aligned with the South, then that's less likely where you're going to go. Okay, so we have the Sovereign of Cups reversed. Sovereign of Cups reversed. All right, and as always, I just love to do my little skimmy skim. My little skimmy skim, because I've seen this book so many times, I pretty much know what it's going to be about, but also at the same time, I just want to make sure um, you get what I'm saying. Like it's cool, right? So I feel like as an Aries, you may be having a bit of a codependency issue. That this is just what I'm feeling, right? Feeling through the ether, especially when this card does pop up reverse. It usually is saying that there's a bit of codependency going on in your relationship right now. So this more than likely this is for someone who's in a relationship, or even that, like it may be saying that if you get into a relationship, you may, you may have some codependency issues that need to be addressed before you get into the relationship so that doesn't happen, right? um so with codependency, like I've been in a codependent relationship. It's very damaging where you feel like you constantly have to have the other person around you all the time, like 24/7. Like if they don't have friends, like it's like, like then they have to be your friends, and it's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of work, and you get to the point where they almost regulate your mood. It's not good. It's not healthy. It's definitely not something you want to get into. So definitely, I would say like before you get into this relationship, like ask yourself like, do you have like attachment issues? Do you have um issues like with abandonment, things like that. And are you making yourself your priority? That's the other big thing. Like, are you prioritizing yourself, right? Because if you're not prioritizing yourself, then you're not taking care of yourself. You're not being open to yourself. So this, you're either in a relationship right now where it's very codependent, or you don't necessarily aren't ready to be in a relationship. You get what I'm saying? Because you're going to end up being more all about them than you are all about yourself. And you know that number one is you. Numero uno is always going to be you, and everyone else is second priority. So this is just a direction that you may be headed. I don't know. If you align with this, then that more than likely that's where it's going to be. We have the Ruler of Cups upside down as well. Oh wow, we're getting a lot of reverse cards for the Aries. um, have you been feeling reactive, moody, a little bit harsh? Like I said, Aries, they get a little angry sometimes when they're going through stuff and they're stressed. Um, what's going on with you? You get what I'm saying? Like really like dig deep and like ponder like what is going on with me right now that is causing me to feel this way. Like, it feels uncomfortable where there's like this an emotional imbalance, and it creates issues in your relationships because on one hand you're feeling fine, but then on another hand you're not feeling fine, and you're like you're having moments where you're talkative and you're communicative, and the next thing you know, like you're moody and harsh and you don't want to talk to anybody. Like, what's going on? Again, I ask you, like the lovers is saying, be honest, be vulnerable, so that you can communicate to your partner like what is going on. If this card aligns with you, then this is the card that is for you, right? And just like if the Sovereign of Cups aligns with you, then this card is for you. Oh my God, we're literally pulling a bunch of cups today, and they're all reversed. I wonder what the North one's gonna be because we just pulled the Ace of Cups, and I shuffled this deck. Like I shuffled it and shuffled it and shuffled it and shuffled it. Whatever. We don't question what we pull. We only question ourselves. You get what I'm saying? Um, the Ace of Cups usually indicates like a loss, but it also like it's like a loss of like a family member. It could be a loss of a family member. It could be a loss of a friend. It could be a loss of a relationship. But right now, it's really just about self care, self love. And I think all of these cards kind of fit these themes. Where as a person, this Aries right now, the Aries that I'm talking to right now, you have been prioritizing other people and not yourself. And now's the time to start prioritizing you first, like putting you first understanding that without self-care, without self-compassion, without self-encouragement, like, and you needing that, like sort of needing that validation from other people, like it's causing a lot of issues within yourself, within your mental and your spiritual energies. Like it's time to start caring more about you and be selfish about it. It's okay to be selfish. 100% it is okay to be selfish, because if you're not being selfish for you, then like, are you really taking care of you? Come on. You gotta be selfish out here. So if you align with this card with the Ace of Cups about self-care, then most definitely this is something that needs to be for you. Let me pull this other card. I don't like necessarily like bending them. Hold on. Jesus Christ. We have the Three of Wands. This one is also reversed. Crazy word for real. We have all reverse cards. That's crazy. No, I won't call it crazy. Won't call it crazy. Um, okay. So like this card is really saying like maybe you had some setbacks, right? Maybe you feel like right now, like every step you take, you go two steps back. Like you're not in your best. You're not feeling your best, right? You're not feeling accomplished. You're not feeling successful. You're feeling like every time you implement something, whether it's a project, whether it's a decision, whether it's a plan, a choice, it like puts you further and further back from your goals. And I feel like when it comes to relationships, like what think about the goals that you've set for yourself and for your partner. Are they really working? Are they practical? Are they realistic? Are they better serving yourself, or are they better serving your partner? You get what I mean? Because I know a lot of times in relationships we go so hard for our partner, but we don't go hard for ourselves. And this card is really asking you, the Three of Wands is asking you, is there any way that you can reevaluate your life choices to where you won't be having as many setbacks as you did before, right? Again, if any of these cards, you can go back and watch the video. We have the Sovereign of Cups, the Ruler of Cups, and the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Wands. You are in the middle right now. You are the lover. You're the hopeless romantic, the Casanova, things like that. But if any of these cards align with you, I implore you to ponder, to dig deep. Comment down below which card resonated with you. Was it one of the cups, or was it the wand? Let me know. Like maybe I can give you a little bit more insight, a little bit more clarity as to why you feel like that card is for you. Also, comment down below if you have a crush on somebody. You don't have to say who, but just comment like, yeah, I have a crush. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you give me a like, give me a subscription. I'm gonna be posting my videos every single day on YouTube. I don't care how late it is or how early it is. I'm gonna be doing it because I really want to share and be more open. I love doing tarot. It gives me a peace of mind. It helps me like realign myself as well, because I kind of learn, things from these cards just as much as you guys do during these videos. But other than that, may you know peace, may you know prosperity, may you know abundance, may you be great in everything that you do. Namaste. Anyways, this is Weave Your Destiny. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.